Yeah, hi everyone. I hope you had a good day.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so let's start the class. In the last class, Ashish brother taught you guys the basics of classes and objects and how to use it. So today we are gonna learn four topics. One is setting a value for an attribute, modifying the value of an attribute, and modifying the value of an attribute through a method, and incrementing an attribute's value through a method. So let me just share my screen. Is my screen visible?
Yeah, it's loading. It's visible.
Yeah. So let's start with the first topic. The first topic is setting a default value for an attribute. So, as in for a general class, you'll write it as class. We'll take an example for a dog. Then we use the initialize method. Def INIT initialize parenthesis self. So, do you guys know the difference between a parameter and an attribute? Am I audible to you guys?
Yeah, you are.
Then Lakshmi and Trisha, I want answers from you guys.
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you know the difference between a parameter and an attribute?
No. I don't think so because they didn't learn about attributes in the last class.
Yeah. Okay. I'll tell. So, parameter is the name or a variable you give inside the parenthesis, inside this parenthesis. Okay, like name, age, blah blah blah. So for now, we don't use parameter. We'll use attributes as the topic is about attributes. Attributes are the variable we use inside a class and not inside this parameter. Sorry, parenthesis. I'll see. So we create a variable self dot name equals um Trisha, what do you want the dog's name to be?
Ruby.
Ruby. Ah, okay. Good name. See, this is a attribute, not a parameter. The ones which you create inside a class, but it is not inside parenthesis, is called an attribute. But if it
Your
is,
voice is breaking.
wait, oh, 1 minute, give me a minute.
Yeah.
Am I audible to you guys now? Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, now we are
Yeah.
audible.
Yeah. Inform me if I'm not. So I'll just
Yeah,
see.
okay.
Yeah. I think the screen is visible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the variable which you create inside a class but not inside the parenthesis is called an attribute. But if you create it inside the parenthesis, it is called a parameter. Did you guys get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next one. Now we created the class. Now we'll create the object. We created the blueprint. We'll create the object now. So my my dog equals, we call the class. Then we want to print that name. So we can print my dog dot name. We are using an attribute here. So then Lakshmi, what could be the output?
It would be Ruby.
Yeah. It's taking a lot of time. Like I'll move on to the next example until it runs. Yeah. So next we'll create another class, car. And then we'll give it self. Only self. No make, model, year, nothing. But this only for this topic, as this is about attributes, not parameter. And then we give self dot color. It would be easy for you to understand. And then what do you guys want the color to be?
White.
Sorry?
White.
Oh, yeah. Then created an attribute for the class car.
Your
Now
voice is
we
breaking.
1 minute. Am I audible now? Clearly?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So we created the class for car. Now we'll create the object. Sorry, my car equals car. Then we'll print it. Print. Trisha, what should I type?
Can I repeat it once again?
What should I type in here?
After print,
Yeah.
my underscore car dot color.
So the first for this class and object, the output was Ruby. Now, obviously, it will be white.
Trisha, can you also include parameters in both the classes and so that you can explain the difference?
Just you're not audible. Can you please repeat once again to me?
Oh, okay, okay. Am I audible now?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I said to Lekhana if she can add parameters as well to
Yeah.
both the classes so that she can explain the difference between parameters and then attributes.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Parameters is like after we have written in second line the code, right? Def double underscore init, then we'll add all those together over there,
Yeah,
like
yeah, correct.
self
Yeah,
and color, whatever it is. Then we'll continue as per that. But here in attributes, it's like different parts. In what is that? With parameters, when we use, we don't need to give like different class dog, class car. Again, we don't need to write the code of def, init and all. We can just use one code which will be copied over there. It will be easy. We can use those parameters just once.
yeah, that's correct. So now I'll explain with the parameters. Now for the dog class, I'll create the parameter age, gender, two is enough. So yeah, then here we'll give it self dot age equals age, and then self dot gender equals equals gender, and then in the object we'll give the value for age and gender. Age, let it be 12 years. Oh, sorry, 12 years, and then gender to be Ruby, right? Female, is it okay? Sorry.
Yeah.
Mm, And then now I print it. Wow, yeah. Now I run the code. It's not working. You see, Ruby the name, and then 12 the age, and then female the gender. So here you can see that for an attribute, you will already give the value in the class itself. So it will be constant. Wherever you use the class, it will be constant. The dog's name will be Ruby. That's it. Age and gender, you can change it as it is a parameter. Did you get the difference? Hello, guys.
Come again.
Okay, I'll tell you the experience. So,
Like, be louder. Your voice is like slow bit.
oh, um, am I audible?
Yeah, yeah.
So the difference between parameter and an attribute. So if you use an attribute, the value of that attribute will be constant. Wherever you use that class, the dog's name will be Ruby. It cannot be changed. can be changed through a method. Further,
Uh,
I'll
Meghana, your voice is not clear. I mean, you're audible, but your voice is not clear, so we cannot understand anything. Are you using a headphone or something?
Yeah, I used it now because they were telling it was not audible. I'll disconnect it and tell you.
Hmm.
Am I audible clearly now?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, when you use an attribute, the value of the attribute will always be constant. You see, wherever you use the class, the attribute's value will be constant. So, in case in here, the class is dog. So, wherever you use the class in an object, so the dog's name will be Ruby. But if you use a parameter, you should change the age and gender while using it in the object. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Trisha, how about you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll explain it with another parameter. Self car. I'll give it make model. So, and then self dot make equals make, and then self dot model equals model, and then here I'll give the value. Sorry, here make what makes do you want, like the name of it, name of the car?
Mercedes.
Oh wow, Mercedes. Mercedes. What do you want the model of it? Give me a random name.
S25.
It's 25. Okay. Now then I'll print it. Car dot then print my car dot model. Now we run the code. So here you can see the color of the car which we gave here, and then Mercedes, the make of the car, which where we gave the value and the parameter, and then S25 the model of it, which we gave it in the parameter. So now you got the difference between a parameter and a attribute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Trisha?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so we'll move on to the next topic, modifying an attribute value. So in here, we can like change the value of an attribute. You say, I said that it will be constant. Now here we can change the value of it. So how, here I'll give my dog dot name equals um mm, Lisa. No, no. Anyway, Max. Yeah. So here now I changed the name of the dog. Now I'll run the code. So the name of the dog is changed from Ruby to Max. Did you get it?
Oh,
This is
yeah.
not a method. Actually, this is not a method. you use the object dot name to modify it. That's it. The method I'm gonna teach you in the next topic. Okay. This is not a
Yeah.
method, just a trick. You can think of it as a trick. So it was changed from Ruby to Max. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Trisha? Trisha?
Yeah.
Did you get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you guys have any doubt, just interrupt me and ask me. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we go with the second example. Now a value of the attribute color is white. Now I want the color of the car to be red. I'll give it my car dot color equals red. Sorry, red. So now it will be changed to red, from white to red. Did you get it?
Yeah.
So this topic is this much. Okay. So I will move on to the next topic, modifying an attribute's value through a method. So I was telling that there will be a method to modify the value of an attribute, right? So that method is by using function.
Okay.
Not not this function, another function. Inside this class, we are gonna create another function here. I'll
Okay.
show you. So
Mm.
def um I want the name to be changed, right? So new name, sorry, name. So self, we'll give self in here also. Self and then name. Self will self and then we'll give I'll give name one. Name one and then here self dot name equals name one. And then we are gonna wait. And then yeah, that's it. And then here we're gonna give it my dog dot mm, new name equals max. Sorry, inside parenthesis. So here we created a function to change the name of the dog. Okay, in that function, uh, we gave a parameter name one. So self dot name equals name one. Did you get it?
Yeah.
So self dot name equals name one, and then we'll give the name here. My dog dot new name. We are calling the function new name equals max. Why is it showing? Mm, I'll run the code and see. I don't know why it's showing red. Showing red. Yeah, sorry for that mistake. So it's my dog. We created the object dot the object's name dot. We are calling the function new name, and then inside the parenthesis max. I want the name max. I want the name Ruby to be changed to max. So run the code, and then it will be max. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Trisha, how about you?
Yeah, like
Yeah. So I'll go with another one in the car. So we'll go with F. I want the color to be changed. So new color self color color one. Then self dot color color color. So here self dot color, we have created a function new color and then gave a parameter color one, and then self dot color equals to color one. Now here we will give the value for it. So you'll understand it better. Yeah. My car dot new color. We are calling the function now new color. I want the color to be black. No, I want the color to be gray. So now I'll run the code. Then it would be gray. Get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the method for modifying an attribute's value. That's the topic, modifying an attribute's value through a method. Now, for the last topic of today's class, incrementing an attribute's value through a method. So, incrementing is just increasing or decreasing a value. Don't think it as a God level word. It's just increasing or decreasing the value. Get it? Did you guys get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it.
Trisha?
yeah.
Yeah. So now we'll create a new class. So basically incrementing means numbers, adding or subtracting, right? We need numbers for it. We'll go with the examples like counting or like bank account balance, like that, game level or game points. For now, we'll go with a counter, class counter, and then def sorry, initialize initialize and then parameter self. So we are creating an attribute here. So it will be self dot count equals 0. The count always starts from 0, right? So it will be 0. Now we'll create a function to increase the value of it from 0 to how much we want. Okay. Def increment self. Here also we'll only use the self parameter and not any other parameters. Self dot count plus equals, I want it to be added 2. Let's stick it as 2. And then, yeah, see, it's self dot count. Self dot count.
Lekana, your
Yeah.
voice is not clear.
Is it clear?
Oh,
Am I audible?
yeah, it's better now.
I will just sit close to my laptop. Yeah, am I clear now?
Yeah.
Clearly clear? Is it clear? Yeah.
Yeah.
So here we'll add on 2 to this count. Plus for this count plus 2. Count equals to 0 actually. The default one is equal to 0. So we need to add 2. So we'll write plus 2. Count equals to 0. So count plus 2. Did you guys get it?
Oh, can you repeat it once again?
Yeah. So here the count value is basically 0. As a default one, we gave it the attributes value as 0. So the count's value is 0. Now I want it to be added 2 more numbers. So it will be like count equals to 0. Count plus 2. Did you get it?
Okay.
Are you clear with it?
Yeah.
Yes. So then we'll print it. My counter equals counter. We created an object. Then in that object, my counter dot increment. We are calling that function. Dot increment, we are calling that function. So now then print my counter dot count. So now it will give the value as 2. See? 2. So if I change this value as 10, then it will give the value as 10. See? Did you guys get it now?
Yeah.
So now I'll go with another example where there is also a parameter. Class game. We created a class called game. And then def initialize, and then parameter self. Here the parameter is only self. The next method, the function we are using, in there we are going to use the parameter. Here self dot score equals 0. So the score is initially 0. When you start a game, it will always be 0, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we are gonna update it. We are gonna create a function def add score, and then we are gonna create the parameters self and then points. We need it to add the points. Okay, then self dot score plus equals to points. This points, we will give it here when we are gonna call this function. Okay, I'll explain it. Points, and then we create the object my game. I'll give the name as Minecraft. Just for namesake, I'm giving it, and then we'll give it game. Yeah, then we are gonna call the function minecraft.add score, and then we are gonna give the points, how much points is added to it. 50. No, it's god level. So 20. I'll add 20. Here the parameter was points, so you know that whenever you use a parameter, you should give the value inside the parenthesis whenever you call it. So I gave the value of this parameter when I called the function. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we're gonna print it. Print Minecraft dot score. And then it's gonna give us the point as 20. Did you guys get it now?
Yeah.
How about Trisha?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all for today's class. I hope you guys understood it. Now I'll try to ask you guys some questions which comes in my mind. I'll delete this code. Wait a minute. So now I'll ask you questions like short answer type. Wait. What is the difference between an attribute and a parameter? First one to raise their hand. Dhanalakshmi.
Yeah, so parameters means which are enclosed by parentheses. The attribute, uh, which the variables we call, for example, self dot name, self dot age, etc.
Yeah. So for the correct definition, you just say like parameters are the variables which are created inside the parenthesis, but attributes are the variable which are created inside the class but not inside a parenthesis.
Okay.
Yeah. But what you said was correct. Yeah. Good job. Now another question. Which method do we use to modify an attribute's value? It's a one word answer.
Can you come again?
Which method will we use to modify an attribute's value? Sorry. Am I audible to you guys?
Yeah, you're audible.
So answer me. Which method do we use to modify an attribute's value?
Function.
Sorry?
Function.
Yeah, it's correct. Trisha, I want you to be active. Please answer the questions. So the next question is for Trisha. What is the meaning of incrementing? Trisha, am I audible to you? If we could just send it in the chat. What do you mean by incrementing? What is the meaning of incrementing? Yeah, it's correct. So it is like increasing the value of a variable. Also, you take it as increasing or decreasing. Decreasing, do you want me guys to do you want me to show you an example?
No.
Sorry?
No.
Uh, okay. So it's just like you used plus equals to add it. You just use minus equals to subtract it. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Trisha, did you get it? Yeah. So yeah, that's all for the questions. Now, for the project, I'll send it in the classroom. So by what time is it now? 8:14. By 8:45, I'll send you guys the assignment in the classroom. Just check it, and the due date will also be there. Yeah, that's it for today. I hope you guys understood what I taught you. Practice more. Once you submit the assignment, don't just close the system and say practice for at least 2 times. Otherwise, you'll not get it. It was even hard for me to understand it. So practice more. I also practiced it. So practice more, more and more. That's it for today. Bye.
Lekana, can you stay?
Yeah, yeah.
Trisha, okay. Yeah, you did a good job today. Let me stop recording.